1. Ground yourself in the present during tough times. The mind often becomes your biggest enemy. Stress, fear, and uncertainty can trigger mental spirals that pull you into imagined disasters instead of the reality in front of you. Grounding yourself is one of the most effective ways to regain control. This means intentionally reconnecting your attention to the present moment, to what is actually happening, not what your fears predict. Techniques like the 5-4-3-2-1 method help interrupt overwhelming thoughts by shifting your focus to sensory details around you. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, telling your body this moment is safe. Holding something textured or placing your hands under cold running water creates a strong physical anchor. These techniques regulate your nervous system and remind you that you are not your thoughts, you are the observer of them. Grounding doesn't solve the problem itself, but it stabilizes your mind so you can respond with clarity instead of panic. Resilience isn't about ignoring fear. It's about knowing how to return to yourself when fear tries to take over. 2. Reduce emotional overload. Emotional overwhelm often happens not because the emotion is too big, but because it's too vague. When you can't identify what you're feeling, your mind treats everything as a threat. This is why naming your emotions is such a powerful resilience tool. It transforms the unknown into something specific and manageable. Saying, "I feel anxious," "I feel betrayed," or "I feel lost," gives structure to the feeling and reduces its intensity. Neuroscience even shows that labeling emotions reduces amygdala activity, the part of the brain that controls fear. When you name the emotion, you take control away from the chaos and give it back to your rational mind. Writing it down in a journal, saying it out loud, or typing it into your phone helps separate you from the feelings. Emotions become data, not dictators. Instead of spiraling into everything is going wrong, you can pinpoint the root. I'm stressed because I'm scared of losing control. Once you understand the emotion, you can address it properly. Naming is the first step toward healing, because you cannot fix what you do not acknowledge. 3. Set micro goals. When life feels heavy, everything can look overwhelming. Even simple tasks feel impossible because your mind is overloaded with stress and uncertainty. This is when you must shrink the mountain into pebbles. Small, achievable actions that rebuild momentum. Micro goals are powerful because they shift your focus from what you can't control to what you can. Instead of thinking about solving your entire situation, you focus on completing one single task, cleaning a small area, sending one email, taking a 10-minute walk, or even just getting out of bed. These tiny wins release dopamine, the brain's motivation chemical, which gives you energy to take the next small step. Over time, these steps compound into real progress. Micro goals also help rebuild self-trust. When you complete them consistently, you start to believe in your ability to move forward again. In difficult seasons, don't ask yourself, "How will I fix everything?" Instead, ask, "What is one small thing I can do in the next 10 minutes?" Resilience grows from completing the small things, especially when the big things feel impossible. You don't climb a mountain by looking at the peak, you climb it step by step. 4. Strengthen your boundaries. Hard times demand emotional conservation. You cannot carry your stress and everyone else's at the same time. Strengthening your boundaries is essential for resilience because it creates a protective container around your mental and emotional well-being. Boundaries don't mean building walls or shutting people out. They mean choosing what you allow into your space. This could be limiting interactions with draining people, saying no to extra responsibilities, or declining conversations that make you feel worse. It also means regulating your exposure to social media, news, or environments that trigger anxiety or comparison. In tough times, energy is limited. You must treat it like a valuable resource. Protecting your peace allows your nervous system to recover, giving you clarity to make better decisions. Healthy boundaries improve emotional stability, reduce resentment, and help you feel grounded. They send a powerful message to yourself. My well-being matters. When life feels heavy, boundaries become the emotional armor that prevents additional stress from breaking you down. Remember, you don't owe everyone access to you. You owe yourself emotional safety first. Resilience requires protection, not endless self-sacrifice. 5. Reframe the narrative. Resilient people experience pain just like everyone else, but what separates them is the way they interpret it. Reframing the narrative doesn't mean pretending everything is positive. It means choosing a perspective that gives you power instead of taking it away. Every struggle carries a lesson, a message, or an opportunity to grow. Asking questions like, what strength is this situation forcing me to develop? Or what will this teach me about who I am becoming? Helps you shift from victimhood to authorship. You stop seeing yourself as someone things happen to, and start seeing yourself as someone who is actively shaping meaning from your experiences. Narratives influence emotional outcomes. If your story is, life is unfair, and I'm helpless, you'll feel trapped. But if your narrative becomes, this is hard, but it's shaping a stronger version of me, you feel empowered. Reframing doesn't erase pain, it transforms it into fuel. It gives you purpose in the middle of adversity. And purpose is one of the strongest foundations of resilience. You cannot always change the situation, but you can always change the story you tell yourself about it.